Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi, how are you? I hope you're in good health, secure. Thank you for your practice. I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. Before I go on to the next video on from Buddhism reference on Tendai. Dropped my markers. I'm often asked the question, and I've posted several materials on threefoldlotus.com, as well as I've done innumerable videos on the subject, but the idea of what should I be thinking when I'm chanting? What should my attitude be? What should be going through my head? How is it I can't stop my thoughts? Blah, 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 blah. All good questions. I ask them. The answer is it's in the sutras. It's in Nichiren's letters. It's in certainly in the Lotus Sutra, but it goes all the way back to the early Pali sutras. There's a sutra I'm going to read a little bit from today called the Mahavaipulya Sutra of the Inconceivable State of Tathagata. And I've taught quite a bit lately about Tathagata, the potential for Buddhahood, right? That initial, not even initial, the extant state of enlightenment built into the process, the engine of life. It's in the Nidana, it's in the engine of life, it's in the very thing that makes up what we call karma. Everything has Tathagata, because Tathagata is a fundamental potential. But until it manifests into the physical realm, into the experiential realm, it's a more accurate statement, it's Tathagata. Until we manifest it, instantiate it. Then it's Buddha. Buddha is the form of Tathagata potential. The formation is our practice. So we, in our very act of living, that karma act, we manifest Tathagata into Buddha experience. Now, I bring it up because it's an important way to think about chanting. What are we doing when we're chanting? And it goes directly to what should I be thinking? What should my mind be doing? And my standard answer is usually, well, focus on instantiating Buddha. That's the only reason you're doing it. But because I casually was looking around and I read this sutra a little while ago, I thought, well, this might be a better answer for many, many, many of us. I wrote a note here at the top. When chanting, to think of all of those whose lives will be affected by your manifestations of Buddhahood. That your Buddha life condition, as you manifest it, as you're chanting Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, invoke Buddha, right? That actually what you're chanting about and invoking is a life condition that will affect all of those in your environment, even complete strangers. Like a huge field of energy surrounding you that influences and affects everything around you, from flowers and birds to complete strangers on the sidewalk, in the stores, on the bus, in your car, at work. People you don't even engage with. This is the inconceivable state of Tathagata. See, if you really understand that Tathagata is just there awaiting instantiation all around you all the time, then how could it not be effervescently encouraged, enlivened, breathed upon by your state of Buddhahood, your instantiation of Tathagata? That's different, right? So that when you're chanting, instead of thinking, me, I want Buddha, I want to be taken over by Buddha, that's okay. But understand that what you're saying, that Buddha that you're chasing, wanting to invoke, is this broader wave of influence. You're wanting to be the crest of that wave of Buddha-ness. You want to enliven Tathagata. Firstly in yourself, and immediately as it instantiates, radiates out. Right? That's a very powerful way of thinking about your own enlightenment and your personal relationship with enlivening, going through your Gohonzon mind to enliven this Tathagata-ness, which we call Buddha. Here, I'll read this one little paragraph. And and once I clean up the language in this old translation, as I do for our modern practice, I'm going to post it on threefoldlotus.com so you can read the whole thing, download it. It's a short sutra. I mean, it's like a dozen pages. That's it. Samantabhadra Bodhisattva replied, Buddha's son, hearken, suppose there is one who can draw in all the sentient beings in the three realms of existence and enable them to leave their cycle of birth and death, to attain nirvana, to break free from samsaric mind, to experience Tathagata, the experience being called Buddha, and become enlightened ones. Then to each of these enlightened ones, for 100 kalpas, one respectfully makes various kinds of offerings, such as wonderful celestial garments, bedding, food, medicinal potions. Moreover, after their parinirvana, for each of them, one erects a pagoda made of the 7 treasures, Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, remember the 7 jewels, and respectfully makes offerings. In other words, respects them, and by chanting, we offer that experience of Buddha, yes? Now suppose there is someone who observes his precepts with purity for 100 kalpas, or cultivates endurance, diligence, and meditative concentration. Although those just mentioned will acquire immeasurable benefit, they are no match for the one having heard this Dharma door, esteems, believes, in other words, resolves, and accepts it, never maligning it. This one's merit exceeds that of those just mentioned. This one will quickly attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, perfect enlightenment. That's you and me. That's you and me. All we need to do is be confident and resolved that we are instantiating the potential Tathagata as experience, Buddha-ness. And by doing so, we enliven and radiate and tickle the Tathagata out of everything around us. Is that a visual? Okay. Yeah, I like this little sutra. So again, I'm going to correct the biases and language errors. Not going to change the meaning, obviously, but I want it to be clear. I want you to understand what you and I are doing. And if it helps you focus in front of your Butsudan with your mandala, kick open that Gohanzan mind door, open that Buddha eye, and don't just allow yourself to attain Buddhahood, but understand that in doing that, your Buddhahood, which isn't yours, it's just you're opening the ocean of Tathagata, you affect the entire cosmos around you. Yeah. Something you carry with you throughout your day. So we chant in the morning, do Gongyo in the morning, so that we can enliven that and go, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing here. That's my purpose in life, right? And then we go throughout our day, smiling to ourselves as we're working busily at our desks, chanting Namo Myoho Renge Kyo in our head and thinking, this is radiating through the cubicles. Oh, listen to that karma going off over there and going off over there. Wow, this is amazing. This is fascinating. And by the end of the day, when you get home and it's been a long one, we chant again at night or do Gongyo at night. Anything to refresh ourselves and dust ourselves off because we got hit by a lot of karma today. And reaffirm and be thankful for, appreciate the amazing grandeur, unfathomable largesse of this practice. Phew, now I can go to sleep and have a good night's sleep so that tomorrow morning I can start all over again. Right? This is the practice, my friends. Thank you for being in it. And also thank you for your support so that I can keep all of this resource and blah, blah, blah going, yeah? All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Do you see how important it is now? I hope this helps. I hope this gives you something to think about at very least. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Bye for now.